In case 8, the parent's question is how to help my child to start talking in a certain situation. That's pretty general. The question says, my 8-year-old girl can talk outside of her school, but at school, she still cannot talk. She worries that people will laugh at her if she talks. What should we do to help her start to talk?
Thank you for your question. This is a very common situation. Many children, the minute they're in the car with their parent, the minute the parent turns around, or if they're walking to school, boom, stops talking. You're nodding, right? It's very, very common. So basically, if your child, your girl is talking outside of school, is she talking to the teacher outside of school too? Because many kids will talk to the teacher outside of school, but she may not be talking to the teacher outside of school. It may be helpful for the teacher to go visit the parent and have some tea in China, or coffee if you are in Brazil, or, and just visit and just be there. Because if the child is talking freely in other situations, let's put the person that is difficult for the child to talk to in that situation of more comfort, and also doing an activity that the child has. Like I had one child who, by coincidence, they saw the teacher at a park because they live close by, and the teacher has 2 dogs, and the child loved dogs, and the child was so drawn to the dogs that she even forgot about the fact that she was talking to her teacher at the park. So that's the kind of situation. Now, I would say call more people to your house, and let's start moving the situation to the school, like to the playground, 8-year-old, or somewhere closer. Now, the other thing is, because you have an 8-year-old, it's an 8-year-old child can do a little bit of the cognitive behavior therapy already. And what she's saying, that she's afraid people will laugh at her, we usually don't ask, what are you afraid of? Because it's very difficult to change the child's mind. But we ask, if she's telling that she is afraid that people will laugh, we're going to challenge that thought that she has, which is only based on her fear. Then we work with her in cognitive behavior therapy. Where did you get the facts that your child, that the kids are going to laugh at you? So if the child likes science, we play science, or if the child likes investigation, we play detective. So we're going to collect data, and we're going to say, okay, let's see, when was the last time that somebody laughed at you when you talked? Well, didn't, right? Because she doesn't speak at school. So where did you come to the conclusion that this happened? And some 8-year-olds can work with cognitive behavior therapy. So then we collect the data, and we find out we need to go and find out. So let's try exposure. We try to expose, but we will try with a child, for instance, who is outside of school, is in the child's class, or in the same class, and we say, well, this kid goes to your school. This kid didn't laugh when you spoke outside of school. So what made you think that, so you collect data, you do exposure exercises, and you go along with empowering this child to face her fear and to face her thought that kids will laugh at her by challenging with behaviors. We use behaviors to challenge the thought. But we don't say, well, why are you afraid? You shouldn't be afraid. Nobody's laughing at you. We don't try to convince the child. We empower the child to look for information and data, if the child likes that approach. Most children that I work with who are 8 or older respond well to the cognitive behavioral therapy part of the treatment of SM. In addition to all the other factors that we talked about, bring the teacher to your house, kind of move things around, the combination of people, place, and activity to other areas. Okay, and also bring a video of the child, have the child expose a video of herself to the teacher and then see the reaction of the teacher. So, you know, you ask the child, did the teacher laugh at you? The teacher said, you know, oh my God, you spoke. We train teachers to not do that. But that's a very good common fear that children have. It's in my book. So it's a summary of a lot of the children's statement. But we never ask the question what you were afraid of.
You don't ask.
For younger kids.
Unless they volunteer. What if they tell you that I'm afraid people will
tell you? Then we work with them. But because you cannot convince them with your thoughts. It's any kind of anxiety treatment. You know, I'm afraid of dogs and I can't convince. I'm going to find out what is it about dogs that you're afraid of. And we're going to challenge those thoughts with reality. We go to the internet, we find which dogs are vicious. Are they all vicious? When do they bite? When do they not bite? We collect data and then we expose kids to dogs. The same thing. Okay? Okay,
that's very helpful. So this shows that the age of the child make a lot of difference in what kind of a therapy approach
you
choose.
Absolutely.
So next time we definitely want to collect some more background information of the child, at least the age.
Yes.